Welcome to Know It All, a place to connect with researchers to answer all questions on health, science, technology, business, culture, and more. This episode on What is the Bronze Age was created for you by SED. In this topic, Know It All will answer: what is the Bronze Age? What are some famous artifacts from the Bronze Age? The Bronze Age was a period of human history that began around 3300 BC and lasted until approximately 1200 BC. It is the time when humans first learned to use bronze, an alloy made from copper and tin. During this era, many changes occurred in technology, culture, and trade which allowed for new settlements across Europe. It is considered one of the most important periods in world history. Bronze tools were used extensively during this time as they are stronger than stone tools but much easier to craft compared to iron or steel weapons due to their malleability, ability to be bent. As these powerful implements became commonplace amongst societies throughout Eurasia, there also became more evidence of large-scale trading networks between regions such as Egypt and Mesopotamia. This resulted in increased cultural exchange through art forms like pottery and architecturally significant monuments such as Stonehenge becoming popularly established landmarks all over Western civilization, something we still appreciate today. Warfare also saw vast improvements thanks mainly because soldiers could now wield swords crafted out of metal instead just sharpened sticks or rocks. Cities even built defensive walls using limestone bricks joined together by molten metals like those found on Mycenaean citadels located near Athens, Greece circa 1600 BC. These developments lead directly into what we know about warfare employed during Greek antiquity, including tactics introduced by both Alexander the Great and Hannibal Barca's armies respectively. Over the course of the Bronze Age, many cultures crafted works of art that are still admired today for their intricate beauty or historical significance. Here's a look at some of the most famous artifacts from the Bronze Age. 1. The Antikythera mechanism, one of antiquity's greatest puzzles, is also one of its earliest known ancient computers. Discovered off a Greek island in 1900 by sponge divers, it appears to be an astronomical device made out of fragments thought to date back more than 2,000 years ago. It has been dubbed the world's oldest computer because it could predict lunar eclipses and chart planetary motion with remarkable accuracy for its time, 200 BC. This artifact currently resides at Athens National Archaeological Museum in Greece, where researchers are continuing efforts to reconstruct what remains intact so far. 2. Tutankhamun mask. Masks were commonly worn during ancient Egyptian funerals, but none like King Tut's shimmering gold death mask, which weighs 24 pounds, just over 10 kilos. Made from sheets hammered together into shape, then covered using beaten layers on top with glassy paste glued onto them before being detailed further using tiny pieces filled stones and colored glazed beads added around eyes, brow and cheeks, giving lifelike appearance. 3. Danish Visco helmet. The Danish Visco helmet is an iconic symbol of the Bronze Age in Denmark. The helmet is a unique type of protective headgear, made from bronze and decorated with intricate designs on its surface. The origins of this ancient artifact are unclear, but it likely dates back to sometime between 1300 to 1000 BCE when helmets first began appearing among Scandinavian warriors. This particular design has been found across various sites throughout Denmark and Sweden, including Bornholm Island off the coast of Zealand province in southeastern Denmark, as well as at numerous other locations around Scandinavia such as Fullbygden near Gothenburg in southwestern Sweden, where 3 examples have so far been discovered inside burial mounds containing cremated remains, dating back to about 1000 BC. It is entirely made of metal alloys, usually copper or tin, that were poured into molds then hammered flat before being formed into shape. These pieces would typically feature elaborate engraved patterns along both sides, often resembling animals since they served not only for protection but also decoration purposes too. 4. Shang Dynasty Chinese Oracle Bone. The Shang Dynasty was a period in Chinese history which lasted from approximately 1600 BCE to 1050 BCE during the Bronze Age. One of the most important and influential aspects of this period is oracle bone divination technology. This ancient practice is considered not only an art form but also one of China's earliest written languages due to its use for recording events as well as making predictions about future occurrences. Oracle bones are pieces made out of bone or tortoise shells that were heated until they cracked, and then used by shamans or priests known as Jang, who could interpret their meaning through mystical means. The cracks would be read like a book, with each shape having symbolic value depending on where it appeared along the surface area being inspected, thus providing insight into potential outcomes regarding specific questions asked by people at court who sought answers, such as ones related to war strategy. Thank you for listening. For more answers to questions on health, science, technology, business, culture and more, don't forget to subscribe to Know It All.